What's up, my fellow weeps? Welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. I'm hoping this episode we can finish up Emi's route because I really would like to do at least one route. And plus, I got really interested to see like where this was going. It seems like it's going a very sad route, but I think that's probably the case for every character. So yeah, if you missed last episode, check it out. So we're obviously last episode, you know, they fell asleep. Emi fell asleep. She started crying, and it was emotional stuff. And all of a sudden, we decided, you know what? The main character likes Emi. You know, the memory of our wrestling match. I actually don't remember that part. And most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember now. She was in so much pain. I can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. The shower shocks me awake with hot water. Awake, but still worried. What will happen today? Will things just go back to normal? End of the episode. Back to the status quo? There was a connection yesterday. Something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. Would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look in Emi's eyes after our pillow fight. After our pillow fight. It almost seems like she was daring me to go on. Almost. But I can't know for sure. Anyway, the track captain's probably first in her affections. No, you idiot! The main character is dense! As they always are in these games. But even as I say that, my mind is already sorting derisively, or snorting derisively. I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong, a reason to not try. It's not as if I've ever seen the two of them together outside the track practice. Yeah, like he's just paranoid, but he has no real reason to be. Like, I would say like a 10%. Like maybe they might, like, you know, he's overthinking it because, yeah, I think he said he's seen her with the captain or something. And clearly he's never visited. Emi said as much herself. If they were close, surely he'd visit. I'm such a wuss. I ought to just go for it anyway. Damn the consequences. Yeah, man, just go for it. Go for what you want. Grab life by the horns. That's what Emi would do. I think, hell, I know that's what she would do, which is particularly why I'm convinced there's no interest on her end. She hasn't acted either. Maybe because of this track captain, it's possible she's got a bit of unrequited crush going on. But who would be able to clarify their relationship? I'm sure as heck can't be Emi. She'd probably just laugh and ask why I wanted to know. Everyone knows that you like her. Rin would probably just give some cryptic answer or something, and then with my luck, she'd just ask Emi, who would ask me why I wanted to know, and I've already covered that problem. I wonder. Can I get away with asking the nurse? He seems pretty protective of Emi. I'm sure he knows something was up. And he owes me a lot. And he owes me for not letting Emi know he forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. What if he asks why I want to know, though? I could shake him off, just say I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? Of course. Everyone will know. It's like extremely obvious, right? There's no sign of Emi when I arrive at the track. Is she still too ill? Oh, I don't like this, guys. I really don't like this. I decided to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early and she was ill yesterday, so if she takes a while to show up, it shouldn't be surprising. Still, I'd hate to just waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. What if I went too far yesterday? What if she doesn't come because she's embarrassed? What do you mean you went too far? Like, he's making me angry. I don't know why. You're early again, Hisao. I'm impressed. And just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Emi seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, with no sign that she's even ill, that she was even ill the other day, much less had less than restful sleep. Still, I have to ask. Sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question, small talk. The sort of thing people ask someone they bump into the cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us, at least not for me. I don't know if Emi realizes that I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her pause. After a short moment, she answers. She nods. Sure did. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emi grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? I'm ready. Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emi laughs at my bravado and we take off running. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. I still feel dead in the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emi is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Isao. You're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. Oh, okay. Big shots. Oh, how exciting. She's really pushing herself today. Hey, maybe it helped, you know? By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you'll recall. Emi gives an annoyed snort and sits up. Bah! I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know. A good run always gets the kinks out, you know. Clears the mind, too. Oh? Emi nods. Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. So we think that she's not actually okay and when she's just lying. Something on your mind then? Instead, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. Yeah, I hear you. We better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short on time. Yeah, we don't believe her at all. Aren't we always? Come on then, Hisao. Race ya. I'm so fast. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, look who finally showed up. Yeah, enjoy your victory while you can. Well, there you are. Come on in Hisao. A bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, I kind of raced Emmy here. That's never a good idea. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. Really? She never mentioned it before. Did she do okay? Cold seemed to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me that she didn't have any problems regardless if she did or not. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and she'd probably tell me, and you would probably tell me if she had trouble today. She seemed pretty good today, a little more tired than usual. She was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and like. Hey, speaking of Emmy, are she and the track captain? Well, you know. Why do you ask? Dang it. Dang it, that's exactly what we said was gonna happen. Well, it's just that they seem kind of close and I was just curious to know. And I never asked her because that would be kind of embarrassing. Besides, I think they'd make a cute couple. Okay, try to get them off the trail, huh? Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that, but I think I could say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yes. Like, how certain are you? Would you say 1,000%? Not that I can tell you, of course, confidentiality and all of that. Yeah, right, you just like, it's like holding a secret over my head. That too. Right, get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out the door, mentioning to Emmy to go in. Oh, I guess only one student could be in there at a time, I'm guessing. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. Just starts Fortnite dancing. The two of them will never do anything like that. It's all ringing in his head. It's exactly what I wanted to hear. Yes! Alright, so now we're on the rooftop. Took you long enough. Keeping me waiting for you, honestly. The two of you are... Wait, huh? Well, that's odd. The only person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me, you know, Emmy. We run in the mornings. Yeah, I knew that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Oh, she seems sad. Yeah, about that. I kind of, sort of gave her my cold. Oh, I thought you were going to say kill her. God, that would have took a turn. Oh, dear. Am I at risk too? I would say you probably are. I hope not. I feel terrible if if you get ill because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I think I feel a fever coming on. Hisao, you stop getting sick this instant. Okay, I won't have it. Are you listening to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your A in gear. Duly noted, ma'am. Good. You were not allowed to miss any of our morning runs after all, but you missed a morning run. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me and not you. That's not an explanation at all. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a blatant double standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Oh, fine. Emmy seems pleased by her victory. Anyway, is Rin going to be okay? She's not terribly ill, right? Emmy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine. That should help her. Although I probably should have made her sure that she didn't try to take them all at once. She's done it before, you know. You should probably check on her later just to make sure. I'll stop by after practice. She'll be fine then. So, you got any more track meets coming up? This is a terribly roundabout way of trying to see if she's free on the weekend. If she's free, then maybe I can ask her on a date or something. We'll assume I can get myself to actually form the words. Emmy shakes her head. Nah, not for another couple weeks, I think. The season's winding down. What do you do on weekends if there's not a meet? An eyebrow goes up. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't you? Just making conversation. I don't know what it's like to be on Trackstar after all. Flattery. I'm not actually that good, you know. You just so happen to see me on a good day is all, you liar. Yeah, but humility is the sign of a good athlete. At least that's what my daddy used to say. Oh no, here we go. It's getting sad now. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Well, you remember last night? That's not the first time that's happened to me. Actually, I get them kind of... She pauses. Well, not often, but on occasion. It's just been one of those weeks where that's what happens. Aw, we're giving her a hug. We stayed that way for a while. Hey, you know, I was serious last night. You could really talk to me if stuff like this is bothering you. It's always difficult to do this sort of thing solo, you know? Emmy smiles. Thanks, Yusao. I'll be fine, I think. So, hey, given any more thought to that career survey? I can't say I have. I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know. Although I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? I suppose unless you were serious about the pirate thing. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much need for universities. Unless there's like a pirate university or something. Would you come with me if I run off to be a pirate? Of course I would. Who in the right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. Oh, isn't this cute? Hey, Isao. If you're going to kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell's about to ring. Whoa! I mean, she said it. She literally said it. All I can manage is a strangled, huh? You were thinking about it, weren't you? She sits up, bringing her face level with mine. I'd probably enjoy it, you know. You're really, well... If you haven't figured it out by now, I think I've developed a bit of a crush on you. Dang, she confessed to us? This is crazy. This is insane. This is getting wild. You're gonna have to do something about that. Dang, that's the smooth way to do it though. It suddenly strikes me that she's a bit worried that I'll reject her. What a silly word for her to have. Oh! He finally did it. See? It all worked out in the end. Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. She leans into the kiss and her arms tighten around the back of my head, making sure that I don't pull away. Not sure there was any danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my guts. The world falls away. There's just me and her and this bench. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, entranced by the feel of her. I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes, how she smells, how she feels. This is getting descriptive, man. I'm blushing. Emmy's the first to break the silence. So, want to grab dinner after I'm done with practice? What a coincidence. So she immediately knew that he was like trying to ask her out, basically. I was about to ask you the same thing. Yeah, right. You were still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. Ooh. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. That I didn't. See you after practice, Isao. She leans in quickly and gives me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. As I head into my classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. Why, Hichan, you romantic you. Did you confess on the rooftop, did you? Hey, how does she know that? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is so unpredictable, isn't it? I guess. For the first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. It just made it all worth it, huh? This game is just like incredibly wholesome. Like really, that's like so far. Ooh. Act 3, perspective. So now they're going to be going out, huh? My head's in a spin all through Mutao's class. I'm going to have dinner with Emmy, who wants to be my girlfriend, no less. A date. And then she kissed me. That kiss, I keep going back to it, playing it over my mind again. It's true, that first kiss? Yeah, definitely. Like, it's special for everyone, surely. Unless you regret it. Then, then never mind. Everything about that moment felt so right. My mind drifts off, lost in thoughts of Emmy. Nakai, hello. It seems like I've drifted a bit too far. What? Egad? What? You've contracted some kind of amnesia. Gasp. Someone get the nurse. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again. All right? Yeah, exactly. Mutao brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I hate to have my star pupil slacking off after all. I'm the star pupil? Or he's the star pupil? I don't know. I always refer to myself as I, because it's kind of like a lot of these do tend to go from like the player's perspective, so I'm just used to doing that. Nakai, may I have a word with you? I wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Sure, am I in trouble? Beg your pardon? Oh, no, you're not in any trouble. There's just a question I want to ask you, and that is nothing terrible. I was just wondering what your plans after graduation are. Are you going to university? Yeah, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Given any thought to what you'll study? Not really. I'll figure I'll come up with something when I get there. Taking things as they come, eh? I'd argue against it, but that's how I did things when I went to university. Well, not really. I knew I'd go into science. I just wasn't sure which one. Now, I don't know how it's like in Japan, but in America, going to college is not something you just do. Like, maybe, like, freaking, I don't know. At this point, maybe like 30 or 40 years ago, college was actually affordable and like not too expensive. Like it wasn't like so expensive that you couldn't pay it off eventually. but like in America, it's absolutely insane. So like, and the crazy thing is that people do that in America. They get these like huge student loans to go to college and they have no idea what they want to do. And half of them don't even do anything with it. So it's like you get into debt for what? Just for the college experience? Like that's not worth it at all. Like I always think about what I do after YouTube and it's like, you know, if whatever I wanted to do after YouTube, I needed to go to college for, you know, then I might do it if I have to do it. But I was very close to going to college. So anyway. Sorry. I ended up with physics, but I could as well just got it for astronomy or what have you. Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there was all sorts of things. It takes a minute for him to recover. So anyway, I did a lot of physics as well because I had an interest in that, but I wasn't sure if it was for me. So I went back to chemistry, and here we are, yes? And it sucks too when people get into like, they get like degrees and stuff that they don't even like. They just like, because you don't know if you like it until you take it, so it kind of sucks. I'm sorry, I'm not following you. Right, yes, you. Me? Yes, you should look into studying one of the sciences. You're fantastic at it. Unless you'd rather go into math. Not a big fan of straight math. I always like the experiments more than the proofs. You're saying I should study science at university? Well, sort of. You could also join the science club. Trouble is, there's not actually a science club, but there could be. You could even be a charter member, a founding father. Of course, you'd need to find other members. Well, only if you wanted to. And we could just start it up with the two of us. And, I could give you things to read and we could talk about them. Oh, he wants us to join it. And I can help you get ready for university and such as well. Wait, read that. If it's interesting, then we could talk about it. A Brief History of Time? I don't know if I actually want to read this, but he really seems pretty excited about it. What about it? What's it about? Time, space, time, black holes and such? Hey, Steins Gate got me used to, like, the anime Steins Gate got me kind of, like, interested in that stuff. It's like the fact that it's, like, actually like exists. It's like really mind-blowing, like black holes and stuff. It's not that dense, just to see if that sort of thing is interesting for you, you understand? Hang around after class and we could just either discuss it or I could show you how to make explosives in the lab. Joking, sorry. Still, I've got you here long enough for now. Think about science as a career path, Nakai. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book. I leave the classroom. I guess I'll give this a look. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date's only proper, right? Yeah, you gotta smell like roses. Oh, so Amy didn't say where to find her. She just said after practice. Oh, so we're gonna go wait in her room? Oh, it's gonna either go good or really bad. Or in the hallway. I guess that would be better as well. Yeah, don't be creepy. I wake with a start. Oh crap, what time is it? Oh god, he slept. I glanced at the clock, reveals that I've been asleep for nearly an hour. So we started reading the book and he just fell asleep? Thank goodness. I throw on some casual clothes and head for the track. Somehow I get the feeling we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. Just go to McDonald's. Emmy doesn't strike me as a very fancy sort of person. Still, I suppose there's a lot I have yet to know about Emmy. Okay. So we can't find Emmy. Why? I head towards the girls' dormitory where I hear a shout. Hey, Hisao. She's in normal clothes. She changes them to decidedly more casual clothing, a pair of shorts and an olive green top. Her running blades have been replaced by more realistic looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. Emmy doesn't seem to care about the fact that, which makes me smile. Hey, you came! I mean, I figured you would, but still. I suddenly found myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug. Aww. Well, of course I came. I'd be crazy not to, right? I didn't almost fall asleep. It's fine. You know, that's true. I mean, I'm pretty amazing after all. I certainly think so. I should compliment you more often. Jerk. I throw an arm around Amy's shoulders, pleased when she immediately leans into it. Oh, this is going so good. So where to? Now this just makes me wonder, where is it going? You know? Is there going to be a tragic end to these gals? I'm not actually sure where we're going. Where do people go on dates around here anyway? That's a good question. I've got no idea. Why don't we just head down to the Aura Mart and grab something portable? A picnic? I think you're onto something, Hisao. Picnic? That sounds like a good first date. I've never taken my wife on a picnic. She's asked me to, and I just don't do it. I should surprise her one day. I know, you guys are shocked. I call myself a weeb, but I'm actually married. I'm a weeb by choice. Well, I guess most people are. I got the best of both worlds. Oh, we're going to 7-Eleven, or should I say Aura Mart. This is like the oldest looking store in the world. Man, Japan's 7-Elevens are just, they're on a whole nother level. They're just so, I love the convenience stores in Japan, man. The ones we got here suck. Oh well, I'll make it for lunch or something. That'll work. Okay, so we got some lunch. We find a spot beneath the tree and sit down. I lean back towards the trunk. Amy sits across from me. I guess we should have brought a blanket or something to sit on, huh? I don't mind. Neither do I. Amy tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Dang, so like I imagine like if you didn't have legs and you had like prosthetics, you couldn't cross your legs, could you? How does that work? I guess you would sit on your butt? Or would you just take them off? I never thought about that until right now. Hey, Sad, you look like your bread's a little spicy. Bread? Spicy bread? No, it's hardly spicy at all. I see, that must be why your face has gotten so red. Yeah, yes, exactly. The lack of spice has gotten my blood up because of the disappointment. So angry, this bread, it's not spicy. Since when is bread ever spicy? Well, if you can't handle it, I'll be glad to take it off your hands. Hey, just because you wolfed down here so quickly doesn't mean I'm going to give you mine. Aw, come on, Hisao. Aren't you supposed to be concerned with making sure I got enough to eat now? We're dating, you know. Though, I can't say I feel any different. What do you mean by that? What makes this a date? It's just like we would have done anyway. Well, we would have done the same thing anyway. But this should feel different because when we had lunch, when we were friends, we're now a level above friends. You sound like Rin. Laughter escapes Emmy and she grins. Well, she might have put the thought into my mind. We've talked about that sort of thing before. About me? Not really, just stuff, really. Ren thinks about the change of a label from a friend to a girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time. Yeah, you know what? I agree with that. You could be girlfriends, wife, whatever. Boyfriend, it doesn't matter. You still have to be friends. Like, first and foremost, you have to be able to be friends and basically act stupid together. Because if you don't have that, it's not gonna be a good time at all. Like, there's no difference between the two. I can think of at least one, you know. I don't tend to kiss your friends. You don't tend to kiss your friends as quite as much. But you don't kiss the homies? For the second time, Amy blushes slightly and giggles. I suppose you're right. Exactly, I'm always right about things like this. Guess you're pretty smart, huh? I nod in agreement. Yep. Even Mutao thinks so. He thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually just do that. So what are you thinking of doing after graduation? Still planning on running? I don't know if I'm good enough. I could find a team, I guess. You mean you aren't sure? I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Really? You probably should, you know. Graduation isn't that far off. Emmy fidgets a little nervously. Yeah, well, it's far enough, right? Besides, I've got other things to worry about. Like making sure this is a real date, right? I have another question. So, like, if you're missing legs, you have prosthetics. Technically, would you be lighter? Or would you be heavier? So I'm just wondering, would it make you faster or not faster? That's a very random question. I realize this. I just really want to know. Like making sure this is a real date, right? I mean, if we don't kiss, then it's not a date after all, right? I suppose strawberries and curry, not the best. I guess they kissed. Amy sits back on my legs and grins. There, science would approve, right? I have the oddest mental image of Mutao nodding seriously and making a mark on some checklist. I can't help laughing at the idea. Well, I'll admit, this is the first time I've ever witnessed a kiss being met with laughter. Should I feel offended? No, I'm sure science approves. Oh, good. Hey. Amy tries to look innocent. Oh my god, I'm calling her right now. She's gonna find that note that girl sent her. Hit him. What did the note say? I feel like she's gonna find it in our room and she's gonna get like mad about it. I don't know why I just thought of that right now. Sorry, couldn't resist. Thief. I guess we stole her bread or something, or no, she stole my bread. You used your feminine willies on me? Wiles? I don't know that word. Wasn't anything of the sort. You were laughing. Feminine wiles don't. Okay, I gotta look it up. Devious or cunning? How do you say it? Wile. Lure, entice. Devious or cunning? Okay, you're wiles. That doesn't change your thievery. Fine, you can have the instant noodles. Are you kidding me? That stuff's terrible. If anything, you should definitely eat it as punishment. Then why'd you buy it? She just falls over. What the heck? I twitch one leg to try waking up, which has unintentionally affected the unbalancing of Emmy, who falls to the side with a startled eep. Sorry about that. Legs fell asleep on me. Oh, it's one of these. It's one of these. Oh, it's just like zooming out. How far is it gonna go? Is it gonna stop? Her hair is splayed out around her head, her arms spread, and laughter is bubbling up through her mouth. Everything about Emmy seems condensed into this one image. Her energy, her spirit, her childish giggling. The urge to lay down on the grass with her rises swiftly from the back of my mind. Of course you want to. I extend a hand to help Emmy up. We should probably get going. Emmy makes a sour face. Thumbnail. Just in case. You're right. She grabs my proffered hand and I pull her to her feet in a hug. This time I'm the one who kisses her, unable to resist having Emmy against me. Oh, I was supposed to weird like reading those parts. I don't know why. Seems a shame to leave, you know? Yeah, it does. But if we don't get back to the school soon, we'll probably get into trouble. And you need to do your homework, I'm sure. Sadly, you're absolutely right. All too soon we find ourselves outside of the girls' dormitory. Well, I guess I'll be going then. I guess so, huh? Emmy grins at me with a mischievous look. Are you going to be able to survive without me? I'm sure I'll manage. How terrible. Aren't you supposed to say something like, I'll be counting the seconds you were away? Nah, I don't think so. Dang, yeah, he's a Chad. Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did. So did I. I think we should have to do it again sometime. See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right? You've got to run off that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that you ate most of it. Yeah, despite that. See you later, Hisao. As Emmy turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Something so weird that I'm surprised I didn't notice it earlier. She's limping slightly, favoring the left leg. She's gonna die! She's gonna die, isn't she? Don't do this to me, Gabe. I know you keep hinting that something's wrong with her. You gotta stop. Hey, Emmy. Is your leg okay? What are you talking about? Your right leg, you're limping. Oh, that? It must have got knocked a little out of alignment during the picnic. No idea what could have caused that, of course. I mean, things do happen. You just limp for no reason. Like, literally, like, for like a week straight, my, like, foot was, like, hurting. And now it's, like, it feels better now, but, like, it just happens. And nothing happened. I guess I just, like, maybe stepped wrong or something. You should have told me. We could have stopped and fixed it, you know? Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Hisao? It's fine. I am worried about it. Press Emmy. Okay, I'm gonna save. Because you always gotta save. Okay, we'll press her. Are you absolutely sure? You don't want to go ahead and just adjust it before heading up the stairs? You could get hurt if you don't, right? I said it was fine, Hisao. Seriously, don't worry about it. I've got some experience in these matters after all. Yeah, I suppose so. Honestly, Hisao, I appreciate the concern, but really, I'm okay. I really need to get going. Your attempts to keep me around are doomed to fail. Of course, just prolonging the goodbye, I suppose. Good night, Hisao. Good night. She's a lying dog. The morning is too far away for my taste. There were simply too many things to think about. My mind refused to slow down. Guess we didn't sleep very well. Amy's waiting for me with her usual smile. You're late! Or at least you're not early today. Are you tired or something? Something like that, yeah. Lots to think about and all that. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well either. I was actually glad you weren't early because I wasn't early either. What kept you up? Nothing important. Are you sure? If something's bothering you, I'm here to help you sort it out. Sort it out? I'm not sure it can be sorted out, Hisao. I don't think you can help me anyway. That hurts. I don't want to say that it hurts to her, but it does. Well, I won't push you on the matter, but I'm here for you if you decide later that you want to talk about it. Why don't you talk about it? It might help to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Does anyone know what that is? Leave a comment. I'll heart it if someone guesses what it is. If you're still here. Are you still here? Check. It might help. I can see the debate raging behind Emmy's eyes. It seems like she wants to tell me, but she's not sure whether she can. Hey, forget about it for now, okay? We've got running to do. Right. Well, I mean, if she could run, she's got to be fine, right? Hurry up and stretch out, Hisao. We've got to get moving. So we're trying to keep pace with her. It gives me a feeling of freedom, like my heart is no longer important. I find myself wanting to laugh, filled with the feeling of moving beyond what I once called boundaries. The nurse's warnings to not overdo things echo in my mind, and I disregard them. Oh, something's gonna happen to us, isn't it? Still, I feel surprisingly good. Sure, legs feel like they're about to catch fire, and I'm having trouble staying upright, but there's been a shift in some sort today. It's all thanks to the girl running at the finish line, waiting for me. She's at the finish line? That felt a little faster than usual. Can't have you think I was going to go soft on you now, can I? But you managed to handle it just fine. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Still feeling the high from the run and moved by a surge of gratitude, I seized Emmy in a hug. Thanks. Really, I'm not saying that. I'm in your debt. Don't be silly, Hisao. Someone had to haul you out here, didn't they? And it's not like you're going to do anything for me, right? I needed a running partner, remember? No, that's not true. You wanted a running partner, but you didn't need one. If I hadn't shown up the day after the festival, you would still run, right? But it doesn't work the other way around. I only managed to make it out a few times before the festival. And without you, I probably wouldn't have made it out after that. Emmy smiles at me. You were pretty lazy, Hisao. Yeah, I was giving you a compliment. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I'll pay you back somehow. Well, that's not necessary, you know. I mean, I kind of like you, Hisao. And being able to run with you in the mornings isn't exactly a bad deal for me either, so I think that was a compliment. So they kiss again. Emmy is smiling warmly, giggles again. Come on, Hisao, we better go see the nurse. Then it happens. As she turns to begin walking, she gives out a tiny yelp and stumbles forward. Dang it! No! No, stop, game! I notice that she's favoring the same leg as last night. Your leg. It's fine. Sorry, I didn't mean to push you like that. She stumbles for something to say. It's nothing really. Hey, don't worry about it. She's so flustered, I decided to shrug the whole thing off. But there's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach that won't go away. Nah, you need to like, she's got to say it, you know, one way or another. I just don't want you getting hurt, that's all. You don't have to worry about me, honestly. I'm fine. It's like she gets offended by me trying to help. Well, yeah, that's how people are when they want to hide things, you know. Hey, can you do me a favor? Of course. Can you tell the nurse that I'll see him later? I just remember that I've got some stuff to take care of before class, so I really need to get moving. Yeah, right. This is a freaking big ol' lie. Yeah, I'll let him know. Amy looks like I've just given her a pony on Christmas. Thank you so much. You're the best, Hisao. Oh, so they kiss again. Hisao, come in. I don't see Emmy with you. She's not sick again, is she? She said that she forgot to do something as she had to skip out, but she'll see you later today. Why don't you just tell him about it? Honestly, that girl, she's been avoiding me. Yesterday, she was in and out of here without even taking off her prosthetics, and now this. That's, still I feel like I should say something about her leg. Now that she mentioned it, she was limping pretty bad today, and last night as well. The nurse's eyes narrow at the words last night. And what exactly were you two doing last night? We were on a date. The nurse raises his eyebrows as if surprised. Really interesting. Huh? Oh, nothing. You don't think you could use some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come see me today, could you? Oh my god. Does he like her or something? Right? Is that what's going on? Like, I'm just like thinking that might be a twist, because they kind of talked about it before, but it's like, no, he was like, of course not. They're just friends. What? I don't know. Well, let's not make any assumptions, I guess, but I just got that feeling right now. I think I'm overthinking it. I'm way overthinking of it, because he says, oh, you could use that boyfriend charm to come. Yeah, of course. I was planning on doing that anyway. I think she's really hurt at just pretending she isn't. Yeah, she does that. I'm afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? I don't like to, but if it's bad enough, then if she's been limping, well, I guess I'll have to see what's going on for myself before I can make that call. I see. Well, I'll make sure she sees you. Good. Before I forget, he grins at me again. Don't forget that I know what medications you're on. You'll be careful around Emmy, got it? Wow. Threats? Got it. Don't hurt Emmy, wouldn't dream of it. Grand. I'd hate for you to be late. Yeah, okay, I was definitely overthinking it. I just thought for a second. Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. You got things to do, I'm sure. Shoo. As soon as I leave, I notice the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number. Meiko, your daughter's being a pain in the butt again. I better head back to my room or I'll be really late. Hey, wasn't he supposed to check my heart rate? It's like he doesn't even care about us. What the heck? Okay, so we're going back on the roof again. Oh, there's Rin. She's just laying there. Feeling better, I take it? A raised eyebrow is my reward for speaking. Better than what? Better than you felt yesterday. Ren gives my question some serious thought. I'm not sure. I think I might have felt rather good for some of yesterday, but it's all fuzzy. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep and that is usually pretty good. But I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep because I'm not conscious for it. It's a real problem. I love Ren's thoughts. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I might not be asleep anymore. But this way I keep trying to, so I guess that's how I can keep from being overtired. An eternal mystery to keep you sleeping at night? Maybe mystery is the wrong word. Intangibility might be the proper way to describe it. I see. I don't see it at all. Do you remember what sleeping feels like? Like yesterday, do you remember what you felt like sleeping yesterday? It just feels good. That's the only way I can think about it, especially naps. Like, recently I've been taking naps a little bit. And it just, what is it about naps that just feel way more amazing than going to sleep half the time? A lot of times I wake up and I don't feel rested, but when I take a nap, I feel amazing. It's weird. Well, I didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. Actually, I think I was worrying about Emmy. Emmy doesn't worry enough about herself. True, but would she ask for help if she needed it? Probably not. Is there something that she should be asking help with? Her leg, for starters. Leg? It hurts. It's hurt, but she won't see the nurse about it. You have to make her. She makes me go to class for her own good. Otherwise, she could lose her legs again, and that's just too weird. Losing things twice. Especially if you don't find them again to begin with. Unless prosthetics are the same as finding something. But what's different? What are you saying, Rin? But that's a different kind of loss, isn't it? I think so. I wonder. Wonder what? Oh, she's here. You gotta confront her about it, right? Your leg, how does it feel? It's okay, I think. Not worrying about it, though. Tell that to the nurse. He's quite insistent that you visit him, you know. He worries too much. It's not a big deal, just a little soreness. If it's nothing, then you should have no problem seeing him, right? Did he put you up to this? Well, maybe a little, but that's not the point. I would have reminded you to see him anyway. It'd be terrible to see you really hurt and not doing anything about it. That would make it worse, and I don't really want to see you hurt, you know? Call me crazy, but I kind of would prefer you to see you happy and healthy. Well, if you're gonna put it that way, then I guess I'll have to go see him. Otherwise, you'll keep worrying and then I'll never hear the end of it, right? That's right, I'll keep bugging you about it, and that might put a damper on our dates. How's the food, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Emmy. How's your day, Hisao? Talk to the nurse, Emmy. I think I'm ready to go all the... Talk to the nurse, Emmy. What? See, it doesn't work that well. My voice isn't that high, jerk. I thought it was pretty accurate. She's angry. You're both jerks. I'm stunned that you would call me, of all people, a jerk. Honestly, I just don't know what to think. So, Rin, how's the art club these days? I believe it's okay. Although, Nomiya keeps telling me to work harder. But I don't think he understands my methods. He always struck me as slightly creepy. I've never really noticed, but I don't pay much attention to him most days, so maybe that's why. How often do you meet? I'm thinking of joining Hisao. What? I've already decided to join a club. Which one? Well, it's not really much of a club, to be honest. Oh, you joined the tea club? Nah, I joined the science club, I think. Amy looks slightly confused. We have a science club? Not really, it's just me. Oh, that's not a club. That's sitting in your room reading books. No, you mean it's just me and Mutao. I'm just the only student so far. Really? Thought strikes her. Oh, is it that what you were talking about yesterday? You're meeting with Mutao? I still don't know how to say his name. Yeah, that's our first meeting, I guess. Nerd. Hey, I can't help being clever. You know, I could have used your help years ago. You should have had your heart attack earlier in life, Hisao. Hindsight. Yeah, the ringing of the bell ends our conversation. I guess we better go. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I just want this game to I wanted to move on and get to the point, what's wrong with her? What is wrong with her? I turned to enter the classroom to be met with the duo of Shizune and Misha. While we were pleased, nay, thrilled to see how you well managed to make your new friends and forge relationships, and was such a cutie too, Hee-chan, we nevertheless feel compelled to politely remind you that public displays of affection are strictly forbidden. Really? That's disappointing, Shi-chan, by Section 8 of the Code of Conduct laid out in the student handbook. Oh god. In this case, however, ignorance of the law may be your excuse, as we are feeling lenient, and the paperwork required to punish both of you would only add to the already mountainous volume of work which confronts us, the sole members of the student council, and besides, you two are adorable together. Therefore, consider this a formal warning, and please refrain from such displays in the future. At least with Shizune, you can see, or I can see you. I didn't really have a girlfriend, in high school, or we didn't go to the same high school, so yeah, I never had to worry about that, but yeah. I remember people would walk around and be like, PDA. Well, I for one feel enlightened. I apologize profusely for my rash actions. Okay, I just want to know what's happened to Emmy, honestly. Okay, so I just skipped it because it really wasn't that important. We just met with the teacher and we were talking about science. All right, so we're going to the library now. Are we gonna meet what's her face in there? Oh, of course, the librarian. Hello, Hisao. Good to see you again. What are you looking for this time? Nothing in particular, I guess. I just didn't really feel like going back to my room is all. Well, if you're unoccupied, maybe you can help me look for something. Sure, what do you need? Yuko brings a finger to her lips and looks around. Come closer. What? I'm on the trail of the Yamuku cat burglar. What? The walls have ears, Hisao. Or they might. But listen, those missing books, remember them? Yeah? Well, they aren't missing, they were stolen. I'm convinced of it. I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you know? Because I found one of his hiding places. You did what? Found one of his stashes. It was under one of the stairwells in the boys' dorm. 3 books I've been looking for, all there. I'd suspect a thief before, but this proves it. So did you take the books back? Are you nuts? He can't know I'm onto him. He might go to grounded and evade capture. So what do you need my help with then? You've got to spy for me. Spy? Yeah, like when you were in the dorms, you know? Keep an eye out for suspicious activity. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Is it freaking, what's his, Kenji? Now hurry up and talk about something else in case someone comes in. How's the school treating you? Pretty well, actually. I've been running in the mornings with Emi Iburazaki, right? Yeah, how did you know? I served you two in the tea house, remember? I deduced that if you were going to run with anyone, it would probably be her. Impressive. Anyway, yeah, we're running in the mornings. We kind of started dating. She claps her hands. That's great. I bet you two are great together. I love seeing people find one another like that, you know? I even thought to myself when you walked into Shanghai that one time, I wondered if that kid would wind up with one of those girls. Really? Yep, I could tell that you'd wind up with one of them, you know? I've got an eye for that sort of thing. Well, it is the game, after all. Of course. I'm not so good at it myself. I'm not sure that's true. Oh, it's true. I met this guy once. We got along really great, but it turned out he was younger than me. And that was kind of weird, but not terribly so. What was really weird is that he disappeared one day and I've not seen him since then. That does seem kind of odd, doesn't it? I hope it's not something I did. I'm sure it wasn't. Oh God, jump scare. Emmy, what's up? Oh, thank God, I haven't called your phone before, so I didn't know if this number would work or whether you would pick up and I can't. Whoa there, Emmy, slow down. What's wrong? There's a pause on the other side of the line, during which I can hear Emmy trying to control her breathing in order to calm down. Oh God. Can you just stop by? Like now or shortly after now? I really need to talk to you. Oh God. Of course, I'll be right there. Hold steady. Okay, I'll be alright. See you soon. Perhaps at some point I should have stopped to think about time or how suspicious it looks for a guy to enter the girl's dorm at this hour. Nah, screw it. Something is very wrong as I stare at the scene before me. Amy's there, yes, but she's in a wheelchair. And her legs are missing. I glance around the room and see them sitting in a corner, looking like they've been thrown there. Amy responds to my entrance with a lopsided grin that is both pleased to see me and completely, utterly heartbroken. Hi, Hisao. Well, this would be a good time to change the music, right? Looks like she's been crying, but if she was, she stopped now. I notice I'm a little out of breath, having taken the stairs 2 at a time in order to get there. Okay. What happened? I guess I should have listened to you, Hisao. My leg's got a nasty infection. I'm not allowed to run on it for at least a couple of weeks. Well, that was like kind of obvious, right? I was like, what else could it possibly be? I can't even walk on it. I could have used a crutch and kept going on one of my legs, but I didn't see the point. Why hop? You can't run on one leg. At least this way I could still, I don't know, roll fast or something. Yeah, that's good, right? It's just kind of a nuisance. I mean, we can't even eat up on the roof now, no wheelchair access. Yeah, but that's not a big deal, right? I mean, we could still eat together and that's the important thing. I suppose so, yeah. But like I said, it's a nuisance. I mean, I haven't really used a wheelchair in, she thinks for a minute, maybe 7 years? A long time. I'm afraid I'm a bit out of practice. Well, fortunately, it's only temporary, right? Oh yeah, of course. It's not like I've lost them permanently. But it's a pain in the butt at the same. Did you need help with anything? That is, can I help you with anything? Nah, I can manage fine by myself. Although if you want to help me over to my bed, it would save me the trouble of rolling over there myself. I blush out of spite. You're such a prude, Hisao. I'm not a prude, I just wouldn't want to take advantage of a young woman such as yourself. It's ungentlemanly. I wheel Amy's chair to her bed and easily scoop her up and deposit her there. She quickly sorts herself out and sits on the side. She's actually a little heavier than she looks. It would be rude of me to observe this out loud, of course. Yeah, don't say that, you know? Just pretend. Man, you're kind of heavy. Amy hits me with the pillow. Just saying is all. Must be all that running. At the mention of running, Amy's grin falters slightly. Well, I guess I won't have to worry about that for a bit, huh? Maybe I'll lose some weight. That's what you do to lose weight, right? Cease physical activity? I was like, yeah, that didn't make any sense, did it? I'm pretty sure that's what the nurse would recommend. Speaking of which, are you going to still be showing up in the mornings? I'd hate to run a lot. Ah, crap. Hey, I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. I place a hand gingerly around her and pull her close. Sorry, I'm pretty bad at this whole comforting thing, I guess. Don't say that. I'm fine, really. So she didn't like that we brought up running. That's the spirit, right? You'll get through this fine, I know it. Besides, I'm here to help you, remember? Amy lifts her head and stares at me with tear-stained eyes. Can you really? Of course, I mean, sure, you're a bit heavy, but that's why we got cut off. She hit us. Ow! Are you okay? Sorry, I rubbed my head ruefully and grinned back at her. It caught me off guard there. Is that going to become a habit? I'm going to be lectured by Shizune and Misha more. At the mention of the duo, Emmy giggles. Honestly, those two, if I didn't know why, I'd be utterly confused as to why she hangs around with someone so bossy. Which are we talking about? You know exactly which one, Hisao. Misha's hardly bossy. So what's the reason then? Huh? The reason why Misha hangs around Shizune? I don't know. I see. Anyway, you seem to be forgetting the original question, don't you? I guess I am. You wouldn't mind giving a guy a little warning, would you? Otherwise, I'm liable to wind up in a concussion. You could wear a helmet. Some kids here do, you know. Or I could just take revenge. I grab a pillow from beside me and whack Amy over the head. Oh, she's dead. Her arms promptly reappear on the bed. She manages to pull herself back up. You knocked her off the bed? Amy, you okay? You didn't hit your... Oh. She grabs my collar. Oh my god, what's happening? Emmy. She headbutted us. Oh my gosh, she really did. Holy crap. That's kind of crazy, dude. How's that for revenge? No fair, you can't take revenge for revenge. Oh no. Oh no. I knew it was coming eventually. I just didn't think I win. Nah, this is not gonna go like no PDA! No PDA! Alright, they be kissing again. I stare up at grinning Emmy. That makes my second win now. That doesn't count. Use feminine wiles. All is fair in love and war, right? You're even blushing. I didn't know you were a blusher, Hisao. You're blushy too, you know, probably because of your prudish ways. A prude, am I? Well, then let's see who blushes first, shall we? Bro, that was so fast. Of course, nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. All right, so it's that kind of game, huh? All right. Wouldn't be the first game I played with the saxophone lessons. So they were playing the saxophone lessons, right? You know, just a little bit of saxophone lessons because, what I didn't tell you guys is they're also part of the music club, right? So, yeah, that's definitely true. Rin walked in and she was like, I can't believe you. She does not like the saxophone. And for good reason, right? Because she technically can't hold it. So, yeah, that's what happened. So, that's true. It's true. Don't look it up. Well, all right, guys. I know that's kind of a shorter episode, but I think we'll go ahead and end it there. Maybe I should probably make these episodes a little bit shorter just to release more. I know I kind of been a little slow to releasing stuff on this channel, but yeah, that's all the time I have for today. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash like. I can't wait to see how the story ends. I mean, after we figured out the Shadow Infection, I didn't really see where this could go bad. But we'll see. We'll just see. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.